Hey everybody, it's Joel Bauer, co-founder of Skirmish Strategies and business leverage expert. And today I'm covering how to master any skill. Now that sounds like a bold promise, but there is techniques to learning anything. There is techniques for really taking it from a level of you're okay at something and you want to be great at something. The first thing that I start thinking about when I'm looking at a skill that really changed and made it so that I wanted to really master them, not just kind of get them and do what it took to get through the day, but really wanted to tack them on, is I started thinking of them as assets. They're the thing, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what business venture I'm in, no matter what project I'm working on, the thing that I walk away with, no matter what's happened, is the skills that I had to learn to make that project happen. That's the thing that I walk away. Next project that's like that, I already have a mastery on understanding it. And if you understand it like that, that's like if you were in a factory and you had to buy a new piece of equipment. That's a clear asset. They know that they are going to generate additional money and resources from that machine. That's why they buy it. They actually make that calculation based on what they're learning, on what's most important to them, and what's really going to drive the success of their business as a whole. Well, your skills are no different. You really do have to look at it as an asset. It's fine. It's not really an asset if you kind of dabble in something. If you're like, oh, I checked it out, I tried a couple things, that's not what I'm talking about. You did something. You know, that's better than not having done it all. Yeah, I get that you've stepped in. That's great, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what turns it into an asset that you walk away with and your skills are building and you can do more than you could have done. You can do more for clients. You can do more for yourself. You can grow your business faster. Skills are the things that make entrepreneurs grow into people like where they started, where they knew nothing. They were like, oh, I just have this idea that I'd like to do, into someone who can run a business and manage it and grow it and expand it. So the first piece is get clear on what is really holding you back in this skill. So if you're saying, hey, I'd like to really get good at social media, not only good at it, but I actually want to learn how to drive the traffic from social media early, as fast as I can, into actual business for my company. If that's the goal that you have, if that's what's really important to you, then you start answering the question of, well, what is holding me back? What skill don't I currently have, or what thing do I not understand that would really allow me to get that? Because if you can answer that question and you can answer honestly, then you can pick the skill that you need to focus on. To that level of focus, now you can start to solve it. If it's a big problem like, oh, I got to turn social media, all of social media, into something that drives money into my bank account or allows my business to grow, that's too broad. But if you start saying, okay, I need to figure out how to get this channel, I need the first roadblock. I don't have anybody on social media, or I barely have a following there. How do I grow a following? Okay, and then by answering that, you know that you're eventually going to actually put money in the bank. You have to then answer, how do I get people to respond or even see my offers? So you start challenging those like roadblocks that are really the next step. You don't feel overwhelmed. You don't feel like there's too much to do. Just like, okay, I'm gonna learn this and I'm gonna really try to master it. I'm trying to get into it and make it happen. Now, the next piece, and this is the piece that really allows you to understand, if you've never done something, what you should be doing can be challenging, but this allows you to understand what you should do next. And that's immerse yourself in the education around the topic. Go read and find as much as you can on. Just, really spend a week, just like any extra minute you have reading on it, going to blogs, seeing like, oh, the 7 things that you can do for this, the 10 things you can do for that. Start getting an understanding from all sources of what it really takes. 2 things are going to happen. You're going to figure out how to find someone who's really good at it, and then you can dig into their material even more, and you're going to learn enough about what's consistent along, no matter what anybody is training, no matter how different it is. There seems to be these trends of things that happen every time that like 90% of people are offering. Maybe those are things I need to look into. But that'll give you an understanding of where you're going to start and what pieces are really going to move it forward. Next, take those items, take the key pieces and turn them into a real plan. Turn them into something that you're going to actualize in your business today. You're going to start the process and you're going to know, I'm trying to get here and these skills will get me there. And then these other things will get me to that next level. So if it's like in the example earlier, first, it's just trying to get people onto your platform following you. Next, it's trying to learn how to get them to maybe opt in or come back and see your website. So there are going to be different pieces that you're going to learn to get to each of those steps. If you set out a plan, you now know where to start. I'm just going to start here. I'm going to start getting some followers. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start sharing this information with them. Okay, now I'm ready to start getting them off the site to somewhere else. And both of these, what's going to happen is you're going to keep doing these pieces and they're going to keep growing your followership. And then you're going to learn these. And as your followership learns, or as it grows, you're now going to start feeding them off of your site into your business, into your offers. Commonly, it's opt-in, so if there's some strong offer you can make that gets them to leave their information, Now you can keep talking to them. Now you can build and cultivate a relationship with them. Now, when that plan is in place, it's great, but at a certain point, you're gonna say, okay, is this working or not? Because not every plan, I mean, you were new at this. You got a lot of education, great, but you're not an expert yet. You're just starting to. You're learning how to master the skill. The next piece is to really evaluate what you're getting. Okay, which pieces, maybe you did like there was 3 things you said, hey, these will help increase followers, but you're noticing one of them isn't doing a very good job, or it seems like a lot of work and the outcome isn't as nearly as much. Maybe you should retarget one of these other 2 that were working really well and do those. So if you're really evaluating what you're getting, you're gonna also refine the process. You're gonna get clean to what you really have time for, what you're most excited about, what is happening and really getting a response in that build. And then you're gonna be able to tackle that even further and refine that skill until it's dialed into something that really is an asset. So do these processes, definitely get clear on what is that piece that's like kind of a roadblock that's not allowing you to move forward or really get the skill that you want, or you're not even clear on which one's the most important. Then immerse yourself in the education around that topic, get some knowledge about it, find experts in it, really follow them and track down what they're doing, then create a plan so that you know that you're gonna stay on path, and then last, evaluate if you're getting real results. No plan is going to be 100% solved. It just doesn't happen. So definitely do these steps. You'll get so much more done in your business. You'll learn how to really take ideas or concepts of things you'd like to do and turn them into mastery skills that you can use time and time again in your business. Thank you guys so much. Hey everybody, it's Joel Bauer again, and I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you learned something here or remembered something you should be doing in your business, or just really enjoyed watching, please click the subscribe now button below and become a member of our amazing community. Also, if you know someone that could benefit from this, either in their business or in their personal life, please share it with them. My mission for doing these videos was to help as many people as possible. I also want to let you know about our exclusive free video training, What They Don't Teach You About Outsourcing. If you're thinking about outsourcing, this is definitely something you need. This goes through the 3 biggest mistakes that are commonly made by entrepreneurs when outsourcing that can cost them time, energy, and money. Go click this video, skip over the mistakes that we made in our business, and just get right to it. Also, any of the links or any things that I mentioned are going to be in the comments below. So if you don't catch them here or the button's not working because you're on mobile, then just go to the comments below and you can find the links there. Thank you guys so much.